probably heard about the accident for Tiger Woods, which is about 30 minutes from my house on a road I've driven on more than once that is treacherous. And we crossed our fingers and feel, I think, somewhat fortunate this morning. Tiger Woods has injuries, but is in stable condition.
Yes, very good news that he is okay. And they also said he's conscious and talking, yes. So hopefully we'll get better news as the day progresses. All
right, let me start with some Tiger Woods. If you felt sick to your stomach yesterday afternoon, that is okay. So did I. Tiger Woods was different. Tiger Woods was driving way too fast on a road nobody should drive fast on. He has, through the years, liked driving fast. It mirrors his life. Tiger Woods was on TV by 3. I'm told had an agent by 11. Was a legend by 15, worshipped by 20, and a hero to many by 25. And as one of the great writers of the 20th century once wrote, F. Scott Fitzgerald, find me a hero, and I'll write you a tragedy. This morning, fortunately, it's not a tragedy. But Tiger Woods has a special place in a lot of people's lives. He changed the way I looked at golf. It became cool, athletic, alpha. I wanted to go play. The reality is the only athlete in my life who can say that is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's last game in the NBA had 36 million viewers. Last year's finals had 8. The last series Michael Jordan ever played in against Utah averaged 29.5 million viewers. The following year, the finals with the New York Knicks team was half of that. Tiger Woods' first 2 Masters appearances. He didn't have quite a brand yet. Got an NFL playoff rating of 14. That was double the average. They used to call it, in sports intelligence, that's a company, the Tiger Woods effect. That when he started on the tour, people made $101 million in prize money. By the time he left, they made $300. Tiger Woods would crush and humiliate you, but he doubled your paycheck, and players always understood that. Think how popular Brett Favre was. He was Southern, he had that Midwestern Packer charm, and he was cool enough for the coasts. And he retired in 2010, and the ratings didn't move in 2011. Golf has been around before almost every sport in the world. Half the Masters audience left when Tiger did. He made $1 million early in his career for an appearance fee. Arnold Palmer, in over 50 years, made $3.6 million golfing. In 1991, pre-Tiger, no golfer made $1 million in earnings. 9 years later, 45 did. Tiger was his own economy. Michael Jordan was his own economy. He would crush you, but he doubled everybody's paycheck. He changed our viewing habits. He changed our Sundays. We all bought golf clubs. We couldn't even sometimes afford them. It made you feel kind of like an athlete. He didn't wear pink pants. He wore a red shirt. He had muscles. He looked like a rover back in the NFL that would light you up if you caught a ball and didn't keep your head down. Tiger Woods, to me, has always been a gift. A flawed, mesmerizing, gifted, powerful, polarizing gift. But it is always a cautionary trail, isn't it? Find me a hero, I'll write you a tragedy. Thank God yesterday wasn't. In 1 hour from now, Tom Rinaldi, one of the great American journalists and closer to Tiger than anybody I know, will join us. Okay, here's a story I could do without ever hearing again. Dak Prescott's contract. I swore I wasn't going to talk about this a year ago. And I talked about it yesterday, and I talked about it Monday, and it's Wednesday, and I'm talking about it again, and I'm just ashamed of myself. But we do appear to have some new information. Jeff Darlington is an excellent reporter. I know him, and I have once had beers with him, maybe even 6 times. And yesterday, he reported on a show called, oh, never mind, it's another network. He reported that it looks like Dak is going to be franchised. They call it the franchise tag. It's a financial instrument, kind of like a lease. It's a financial instrument the NFL uses when they really, really, really like you. You got to really like somebody to franchise tag them because you got to pay them enormous amounts of money. But you just got a question about durability, talent, skill. There's just something there you're not sure of. And the Dallas Cowboys a year ago, and we all kind of thought this when they franchised Dak, it was, listen, they just want 1 year with Dak and Mike McCarthy, just to make sure. And then something called a really ugly injury happened, and the Dallas Cowboys a year later, they want another year to make sure Dak and Mike McCarthy are legitimate. Now, people grumble about this because we like Dak and his injury gave us a lump in our throat and made us feel kind of nauseous, and he's a good guy and players like him and he's cool and he's a Cowboy quarterback, and Staubach and Aikman, they kind of feel like American heroes, right? That's Cowboy quarterbacks feel bigger than everybody else. But players agreed to this, and essentially what it is, it's a lease. I lease everything. Kids, wife excluded. I lease almost everything. I just sold my 3rd house. I've lived in LA 6 years. I'm not even sure how to get to my new place yet. Ask yourself, how many quarterbacks would you sign to a 5-year deal? I mean, we know Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, right? But even Brady now, you couldn't because he's 43 and 44 by August. I like Lamar Jackson, but geez, 5 years. What if he regressed a little this year passing? Ugh. I like Derek Carr, but doesn't have a huge arm. He's not super mobile. Could I sign Derek Carr to a 2-year contract? Maybe 3? Listen, 4 and 5-year contracts, that is a long time for anything. So this is the financial instrument that the NFL created. Kirk Cousins didn't like being franchised. I don't think Dak's going to like being franchised. But for 1 year, he'll make, I don't know what the numbers are, $37 million. I don't know much about the Dallas economy, but if you go to Zillow or Realtor.com, you can get a mansion there for like $1.5 million. That, of course, gets you a garage in Los Angeles, but in Dallas, $37 million on top of the franchise money last year. Dak is set for life. But it's not really about that, right? What it's about is, isn't Dak the right fit for the Dallas Cowboys? Intangible, leadership, productivity. I can absolutely make that argument, especially in the NFC East, which is, let's be kind here, awful at quarterback. But the fear is, of course, if you sign him to a 4 or 5 year deal, then you're stuck with a B-plus guy in a league that rewards A to A-plus quarterbacks. So listen, players have agreed to this. Dallas keeps pushing off the wedding, the engagement that lasts forever. And this morning, Dak is going to get paid, whether it's 4 years or this year, 1 year, he's set for life. My guess is eventually he's highly productive with Mike McCarthy. The Cowboys have a gifted wide receiving core. Zeke's still a top 5-6 back. The offensive line, at least early in the year, pre-Thanksgiving, will be healthy. They're going to draft some players to elevate that. And he's going to win and lose 8-8 most of the shootouts the Cowboys, of course, will be in because they're not very good defensively. And a year from now, I won't have to talk about this because they won't franchise tag him a 3rd time, and Dak will be a Cowboy for 4 to 5 years. I swore to God I was done talking about it. It's the story that won't go away. Here's one that appears to be wrapping up. It's on Big Ben and the Steelers, and we'll talk about that coming up next. Joy, we are spoiled. It is Wednesday, and Wednesday means in a couple of hours it is Jersey Mike's sub day, and I'm not going to lie to you. Wednesdays are the best day of the week. You know, it's not a great content day usually. You know, you're middle of the week, but it is a good content day for my stomach. Excellent content. It's called a sub, a number 7 turkey provolone. Jersey Mike's is all about the bread. Baked fresh daily. It's all about the ingredients. Meat stacked pile high, lettuce, tomatoes on site, never packaged, cut fresh every day. Jersey Mike's is all about the juice, the olive oil and red wine vinegar blended to